I was at the bakery the other day picking up a birthday cake. Finally, number 32 was called. I was given my cake as the woman rushed away, yelled, "Next," and pointed me toward the register. Well, I opened it up and was glad that I checked, because I had to speak up and explain that my son's name isn't Becky and that princesses were definitely not his theme. Thankfully, they just had me confused with another customer.
At the restaurant, I wanted to impress my date with my knowledge of French, so when the waiter recommended soupe de tête de poisson, I said that sounded good, but then I had second thoughts, and I decided I had to speak up. What exactly is that?
Fish head soup.
Well, my date wasn't impressed, but I'm certainly glad I spoke up. I was waiting to get my car the other day, and the valet hands me keys and says, "Here you go, sir." It was then I had to speak up. Yeah, no, that's not my car. I thought if I could even fit into that. Oops.
Small things happen every day, and you have to speak up for yourself. It's even more essential when you're talking about your health. Whether you're in the hospital, at the doctor's office, or getting an x-ray, speak up if you have a question about your illness, treatment, medication, or anything else you don't know. It's important that you fully understand your doctor or nurse. It's your health after all, so please, speak up. I was hosting a family dinner, and the ladies were helping, but I noticed that my Aunt Marge didn't wash her hands. So I had to speak up and politely say, "Hey everybody, I really appreciate your help, but if you haven't had a chance to wash your hands, please do, since we all want to stay healthy." I didn't want Aunt Marge to feel embarrassed, but it was important for me to speak up.
I was in the office at my desk, and Helen comes over and says,
"We have a 2 p.m. with Roger today." Phew.
Unfortunately, all I want to have on my bagel is cream cheese, not germs. So I spoke up and said, "Let's move the 2 o'clock to another day, so you can go home and take care of that cold." I absolutely hate getting a flu shot, so this kid says to me,
Don't worry, like I always say, your health is worth a shot.
This got me thinking, not only is my health worth it, but other people's too. Yeah, I can get into that. Your health and the health of your loved ones is important, so control the spread of infection by washing your hands and using a hand sanitizer. Getting vaccinations will keep you healthy and keep your neighbor healthy too. And remember, it's really important to stay home if you're sick. It's the right thing to do.
Oh, my shoulder's been hurting. But every time I go to the doctor, I get nervous and forget things I wanted to ask. It's silly. Even at my age, it feels like I'm going to the principal's office.
Everything looks green.
My daughter said, before you go in, write down your questions. And then when you're there, take notes too so we can talk later. No, Tammy, don't put that in your ear. So over the next few days, I made my list.
When Mrs. Popple came in, I was glad she brought a list. We talked through her concerns, and she even took notes. She's on a number of medications, so I want to be sure she is clear on what to do. Sometimes patients get embarrassed or anxious, so I help them feel comfortable to ask questions. And after I explain something, I ask them to repeat it to make sure they truly understand.
Make sure you speak up if you don't understand everything your doctor or nurse is explaining, such as new medications, why you're being examined, or why you need a certain procedure or lab test. Your medical team is there to make sure you fully understand everything you should about your health, so please be prepared and speak up. I was cooking from an old recipe of my grandmother's, but I couldn't read her writing. Was it a tablespoon or a teaspoon of cornstarch? Well, I was just about to pour in the tablespoon and thought, I better give my mom a call. She said a tablespoon was way too much, that it
would get way too thick.
So I'm glad I spoke up and asked. That would have been a huge mistake.
It was my wedding day, and I was so nervous. Before I knew it, I had forgotten how to get to the church. So I stopped and asked for directions. Just go 3 blocks back and hang a left at the gas station. Well, I'm glad I spoke up, and I know my bride was too.
I went to pick up a birthday gift my Aunt Patty sent me. When they brought me the box, I thought, that doesn't look like something my aunt would send me. So I had to speak up and ask to inspect the label.
Lady got a cracker?
So I was very happy that it wasn't for me, and even happier when they handed me the right gift.
Mistakes happen every day, but you can take action to avoid them. This is also true when it comes to medication. If you can't read your prescription, speak up to find out what it says. Be sure you understand the instructions and read the medication label to make sure it's yours and it's the right prescription. Having the right medication and taking it correctly is very important, so please speak up.
Good morning.
Checking in.
Yes, which room are we in?
Room 112.
Thanks. Since she has a compound fracture, I think a CT scan.
Hi, first day? Well, I've been here for a few days. I get to go home tomorrow. What are you in for?
Well, I'm really scared. I fractioned my arm in 3 places, and I don't know what they're gonna do.
Well, I'm Captain Speak Up, and it sounds like you could use this.
What is it?
It's a special Speak Up ring.
What's it do?
It gives you the power to ask questions when you don't understand what everybody's talking about. It's also good for making people hear you. Wanna try it?
Sure. Whoa! Did you say something, sweetie? Is the surgery gonna hurt?
No, because you'll be asleep. But when you wake up, you may be a little sore. So we'll take good care of you.
You have the power to speak up. Just be honest. There are no stupid questions. If something hurts, tell your mom or dad. If your nurse doesn't check your bracelet or ask your birthday before giving you any medicine, ask why. Even though you're a kid, you still have the right to know. So just speak up.
Over the years, we've all learned how not to do things. I learned not to go fishing with a hole in the boat. Ugh, yee.
If it looks like rain, I am not going to forget my umbrella.
Oh, fudge.
Using good judgment helps us avoid unfortunate mistakes, and there are things you can do to reduce risks. Did you know 1 out of 3 adults age 65 and older get injured from falls every year? But anyone can fall. You can reduce your risk of falling by exercising. It builds strength and can help improve your balance.
At home, I remove my throw rugs and I keep my night lights on.
When I go into a room, I turn on the lights so I don't bump into anything. Plus, I'm afraid of the dark.
When I need to reach up high, I always use a stepladder and make sure I'm wearing sturdy shoes.
When I need to get out of bed, I use my call button for help.
Medicine sometimes can make you lightheaded or confused. If this happens, make sure to talk to your doctor. Getting your eyes checked to see if you need new glasses can also help you see better to avoid tripping over things. Making these small changes, taking precautions, and speaking up when you need help can reduce your risk of falling. So be safe.
Henry, how's that knee today? Looks like the swelling's gone down.
The ice has been helping, but I think the throbbing pain would subside if I could take my medicine. But my arthritis is acting up. My hand is so stiff I can't get the bottle open.
I didn't sleep very well. A pounding migraine woke me up at 2 a.m. Thankfully, my medication helped.
What?
But of course, it has some side effects, like constipation.
Won't be going to the bathroom till I say so.
Describing your pain to your doctor or nurse is important.
They should ask you about your pain and may show you a pain scale to find the best way to treat it.
If you're in pain, don't tough it out.
Nice shot.
You'll feel better and heal faster.
Some medicines have side effects. Ask your doctor if there's one that is better for you.
Oh, well.
Sometimes your pain can be treated with physical therapy, acupuncture, or massage. Aches and pains aren't fun. Speak up about your pain. With the right treatment, you can leave your pain behind.